So
I want 2.5% now of your 2.5%.
Yeah.
We're all getting percentage if you get this
I
stuff.
don't think he's going to get it.
He's going to get it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Price to Sell podcast hosted by Neighborhood Creative. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli. And today we're changing things up a bit. We're giving you guys a double whammy because we have two amazing realtors on the show. Two. You want to show them one more time? Two.
We got two.
Not three, two. We are here with the dynamic duo, Mr. Paul Greenberg and Scott Parkhill of the Parkhill Greenberg Group with the agency. So thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Very welcome. Very welcome. So I want to get just, a little brief bio on the both of you. If you guys want to flip a coin, who goes first,
You do it.
Me?
You do
All
it.
right.
Yeah,
You're a nice
you go
guy.
first. I always go first. So.
You're a nice guy.
Been in business for about 10 years. Started in the banking industry. Realized I hated it. No offense, TD, but it was not for me. Took the plunge and never looked back. Been a solo agent for about 6-7 years. And then met this guy somewhere in that period. And then about 3 years ago, decided to team up. And it's been great.
Yeah,
that's about
That's
it.
awesome.
I'm not a talker, man.
Okay. I told you, you're going to talk about at least
I've
10 points.
I've met the
minimum.
quota.
Yeah.
You did meet the quota. All right, you're done. You're done for the day.
Yeah, same like Scott said. I've been on about 11 years now, and then we met, I think, at an open house, decided to partner up while drunk at a Christmas party, started our little team called the Movement Group, and then we switched over to the agency about a year ago, and changed our team name to the Parkhill Greenberg Group and just expanded from there. So it's been a wild ride.
Well, I've been following you guys when you were Movement too, and
thanks,
they have
man.
cool retro branding.
Yeah, we like that neon 80s vibe.
Yes,
it was pretty sweet. Yeah, we actually did all that branding and then switched. So it was great use of time, but brand is everything.
I think the agency suits you guys though.
Yeah, everyone kind of said that. And when they came to Toronto, it was kind of a no-brainer to partner up with them.
Yeah, because this segues into what I want to talk about. So being with the agency, you guys already, based on your branding and everything, you have a different vibe to you.
Thank you.
Very chill.
Hopefully it's a good different,
it is very,
not just
very good.
weird.
It's
look
very
at
good.
these guys.
I'm also chill. I like to dress chill. So what do you think, why that direction? What makes you guys different?
So I started in the music industry, and I played in toured in bands pretty much my whole life, and you're kind of a different person when you're doing that, and you really need to focus on marketing and branding. And when I personally got into the industry, just seeing what was going around, we're talking 12 years ago while I was doing my courses, nobody was doing, video. Everyone was doing lame headshots with their arms crossed in the back. And I just didn't want that to be, how I operated. So I started doing video tours right off the bat. I was one of the first agents to do a 1080p video tour. The first song I used was a Biggie song. I just really wanted to stand out because I did look like a retired boy band member. So I wanted to do everything I could. I still do.
Okay.
I still do. I'll about to some lines right now. But so I just really wanted to stand out and do things differently. And it really worked. And when we started Movement, we didn't want it to be our names off the bat because we didn't want it to be about us. We wanted it to be the collective, which worked really well. And that's not kind of how the agency does things. So we still wanted to do what we did. Every time we recruit a new member, we do hot ones with them. We go through all the hot sauces.
Very cool.
So we just really like to be different. Real estate can be really stuffy, and there's no need for that. So I know what you do with your reels and the videos. Add some fun into it, and I think that just really captivates the audience to keep watching. So
yeah, exactly. And this is my first time meeting you guys.
Nice.
And
it is.
And the cool thing is when you're actually real in front of the camera and bringing your authentic self to the social media world, it's easy to connect because it's I know you already.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's really the cool thing. It's kind of everyone's so accessible these days. If you think about 20 years ago, if you liked a band, the only time you could really see them is on Much Music or going to their shows.
Yeah.
Now you're in their personal lives. So I used to be on YouTube and I was literally daily vlogging. My whole life it was real estate, being at the gym, doing weird food challenges and all that kind of stuff. And people get to know you, and they when they're making one of the most expensive purchases of their life, if they're just oh, Brooklyn's your dog, Brooklyn's super cute, you have that connection right off the bat. So it's a lot easier to navigate and to have people feel comfortable.
Do you bring your dog to showings with you?
I don't. No, she's
Okay.
actually extremely hyper and doesn't stop. So everyone's like, "Oh, my dog's a closer." No, she looks good in photos, but she's a psychopath.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Confirmed, yeah.
yeah.
Do you being big on social, have you you guys focused your kind of the way you brand yourself and in order to maybe retain new clients and for lead gen, would you say that social media is one of your bigger sources for that?
100%. Yeah. We haven't done a ton of online marketing. We've tried a couple companies here and there. Just didn't really see the value in it. It's more of a numbers game. We don't really work that way. We'd rather build relationships and have people kind of get to know us, like you said, feel comfortable before even meeting us. So social media has been huge for us. We definitely, that's our main focus at the moment. It's always going to be the bulk of what we focus on too. But we wouldn't be where we are today without social media. Instagram specifically.
Me too.
Agreed. It's something that I really want to go really heavy on. Like I was doing social media at a record label while getting my real estate license, and it's such a powerful tool that a lot of people don't use and they're scared of. I find a lot of people, get kind of thrown off with lead gen, and that word is very broad. Like you can do door knocking, you can cold call, all that kind of stuff, but you reach such a wide range of people that it just makes sense. Like you have everything in your palm, right? So if you're strategic with it, you keep it consistent, it's literally the best tool you can use.
And I read, Scott, your bio, you're big on majority of your business is referrals and repeat clients, right? So how do you being very successful there, how do you retain that? How do you keep them coming back? How do you get people to refer? Do you have any strategies you implement?
Keeping in mind that this is, going to a lot of newer realtors out there, to be completely honest, it's just consistency and just, I don't know, just trying to lead with value and just kind of show people that you actually care about them. And it's not just about the transaction. I think that's the biggest thing. That's about it, honestly. It's just being out there, being consistent and, not being too too showy or too,
for sure. I agree with that too.
It's just trying to actually people need to see that you're successful, obviously. It's just people need to know you, like you, and trust you. That's the main three things. That's the kind of stuff we try to make sure, if we're posting something, it's going to hit one of those boxes. So, and it's just consistency again.
Amazing. And then at the end of a transaction, let's say you're done with a client, do you implement anything to maybe get them to come back or refer? Do you have any strategies or?
So before COVID, we used to do a lot of events.
Very cool.
So that was kind of the biggest thing for us. Cool. We haven't really fully adjusted yet because we're kind of hoping that things will get back to normal soon. But we are starting to kind of see that, this thing might drag out a bit longer. So we might have to pivot a little bit, but we like to do things at least once a quarter, throw an event, invite all of our past clients, invite them to bring friends. Just try to make it fun. And we just like to get out and have fun, and people love interacting with other people that are sort of like-minded and very genuine and just good people, and that's kind of who we always end up working with. So it's a nice cycle. They just kind of keep coming back, and we're still the same guys, obviously. So it's awesome.
It's community building.
Totally. We try to become friends with our clients, right? There's so many times we both live in loft buildings where I see people looking to buy a place at Richmond and Spadina with their parents' realtor. And we try to become friends with our clients. So there's a lot of backyard pop-ins these days, and rooftop terrace pop-ins, or hey, let's meet up at a patio or something. Just keep those friendships going, because if you're friends with someone and you do a good job for them, they're gonna refer you. And also don't be afraid to ask for business. That's a huge thing. And we tell all of our agents, ask for the referrals. Be hey, if you had a great experience with me, spread the word. Tell your friends. We would love to help out anyone you know, and you don't really get what you don't ask for. So I'm a true believer in that.
I think just to jump on that too, it's it might be awkward to ask for the business, and it might be at first anyways, because it's it just seems very, I don't know what the word would be, but just kind of seems I don't know. What the word.
Salesy?
Kind of, sure. We'll use that. Thank you. That's why we're partnership.
Or people might think it's
Kind
desperate.
of. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Exactly. So, but it's sure, that might be hard, but what's harder, doing that or not getting a referral?
Exactly.
And not making that money.
Exactly.
So it's there for you. You just got to ask for it.
And it also comes to a point where some people, I've had people say to us, you guys are too busy to help out my friend. Sometimes just because we are a fairly active team, we do a pretty high volume of transactions, and they might think that we're too busy. So just being like, hey, listen, like we'll always make time for your friends, your family. I have no shame. Like I don't really care. So, to me, it's not like such a salesy thing. It's just like, I'm going to take care of your friends. I'd rather you be in a good situation than not. Like we've been, a sloppy second agent for so many people where they've had a bad experience. Yeah. They've hit us up and, we'll get it sold in like a day or two.
Not so sloppy.
Very neat and tidy.
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes sloppy. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
You know what
Fridays.
I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, Thursdays. But yeah, like we really like to, I guess to go back to the main point, be friends with our clients. And that really helps us.
I think it's just going that one extra step.
Yeah.
For any realtors out there is like the most important thing.
100%.
It's not just a business, it's a relationship, right?
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And clients want to feel that love.
Yeah.
Especially these days where there's just so many agents in the city. Like
So
you gotta,
many.
like even your own clients, like they're not necessarily your clients after the deal's done. Like
That's true.
Like that's when the job really starts.
Yeah.
Keeping back in touch with everybody and continuing to provide value. But that's where Instagram comes back into, is like being relevant there. And so, yeah.
And backing it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Scott, I got to give you props because you've spoken quite
There's a lot.
I feel like I'm out of my shell.
Quite a bit so far.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Give him a hug after if you want.
I'm going to give you a big hug.
A big
Looking
hug.
forward to it.
Yeah.
So I want to get into, you guys obviously have a successful team.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give some value to if any agents are watching who maybe want to build a team. So team building 101.
Sure.
What would be, let's just say, the first step in building a successful team? Or let's go with that first. What's the first step?
I would say just first making sure that you're busy enough to have a team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of agents that see the team structure and they're like, oh, I can do that. But if you're only doing 5 deals a year, probably not in the best situation to be in. We did things kind of how you shouldn't. We brought on a leasing agent first.
Okay.
I think the first step that you should do is make sure that you're busy enough, and then B, bring on an assistant. Having an admin is, the best thing that you can do. Our admin, Emily, she focuses on our marketing. She does all of our admin work as well, really keeps the team together. And then, bring on a leasing agent or a buyer agent, depending on how heavy you are. But that admin, I think, is the foundation to really help elevate you to build that team.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's the most important part because it's like it is the foundation, and you build on top of that.
And a lot of people are afraid of the expense. It is expensive, right? And it is a lot of money to go out, but A, it's a write-off for us, thankfully, and B, it frees up the time so you can focus on bringing that business in, so you're not just writing offers or pulling your car over to the side of the road. Like how many times have we done that? Pull over on the highway to get an offer done, or I've left my best friend's wedding to do a deal.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's you don't have to do those things. Like this was also prior to DocuSign, so I had to drive back and forth a million times to get stuff signed.
True.
Because I'm a dinosaur here. But get that admin because they can really check off all the boxes.
Amazing. And then would you guys how do you keep your team? So once you have that team built, how do you keep your team members busy?
Hot sauce.
No,
the good thing about us is, like I said, we're a collective. So, we sell something, everyone posts it. No one's really the ego's kind of taken out of the equation.
Which is great.
Yeah, we give a lot of lease leads. We're not, sign up to a company like Agent Locator where we're, giving people, here's a list of 1,000 people, call them, see if you get a bite.
Yeah.
It's rather we give them the skills that we've built over the years, and they see the value in that. Our group chat with our team is my most active group chat in my phone. It's going off 24/7. So we give them the value and skill sets to keep going and help them with the deals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. How do we keep them busy was the question though.
Yeah.
Again, it's been tough with COVID. It's not to make excuses, but we would love to have them doing open houses. Obviously, now being at the agency, they have the opportunity to do some pretty amazing open houses. Our listings and everybody else as well. Human, you had him.
Yeah, of course.
He's got some pretty awesome listings too. Peter, obviously. And aside from that, we're gonna get them door knocking, that kind of thing. Just sort of anything that's uncomfortable that we know works. We're going to be doing all that stuff. So if they're watching, get ready.
Yeah.
It's And it's just social media too, just showing them what we do and show them what works and how we talk to people, how we interact with people. Because like it's one thing to put out the content, but when the questions come and the comments come, it's like how do you react to that in order to set that appointment and ultimately close deals. So
and hot sauce
and hot sauce,
all the
obviously hot sauce
keeps them going.
And what you guys have is special too, a nice dynamic duo here, right?
100%.
And a lot of that fails for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think what's kind of worked for us is we're very, very different. So he's a lot more calculated. I'm a psychopath. So like, it's
confirmed.
Yeah, it's I have like an organized chaos.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and it's just like I've like never used a database. That's not something that I've ever really needed. Like my social, and you'd be surprised how many people don't, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but
I don't either.
Scott's very like methodical about that kind of stuff and likes to have the systems in place. Like
spreadsheets and all that.
Love spreadsheets, man.
Yeah, he's a big spreadsheet
I
guy.
don't touch Excel.
I don't even know how to use Excel.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, screw that.
I just look at it. Whatever is.
What's a cell?
What's a cell, right? No idea.
Yeah, but like so, it kind of works with us. Scott's great at networking as well. Like he can go to a party and meet like 15,000 people. Where I spend time at home a lot. You know what I mean? So like it's a good yin and yang for sure.
I think that is the key, is to have like he picks up all like where you lack and vice versa.
100%.
And I think any partnership. I think, and then
we're similar enough that we get along really well. And we both have like really high goals. So like those two things, that's all we need.
Goals are important.
And then we kind of, like you said, sort of fill in the gaps for each other. And
you met at an open house.
It was
open houses work for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was in my building, I remember. And then Scott was debating about making moves. He was actually, I used to be on YouTube. He was in one of my vlogs.
Like,
I remember that one.
Way back in the day. And because he wanted to switch over, and we were with a different banner then, so he came over, and we just decided to partner up, and we were just operating as ourselves for probably a solid year. Had like fairly like we were the top 25 in Canada for Keller Williams. Like we did really, really, really well. Then just expanded, and here we are. I think we're at over 80 transactions this year already.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
very good.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to get into, so now you guys are very active and prominent names in the downtown market, whether condos and homes, right? So what do you prefer, luxury condo, luxury house?
I'm a sucker for lofts. Like I just love like this place is gorgeous. Like lofts like just really do something for me. Like houses are obviously gorgeous, but lofts do it for me.
I like houses. Because I can park.
Very good point. There's the thing called the driveway, right?
Yeah, driveways are important. So the amount of parking tickets we get as realtors is insane,
especially now.
It's like additional car lease.
They're on a rampage.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. So I like houses. I've always wanted to get into more houses, and we've kind of been doing that. I guess just the amount of time that we've been in real estate, the people who bought the condos and lofts are now they're buying the houses, which is really cool to see. So
What about you?
What do you like?
I'm pretty torn, man.
You gotta pick
a home.
There you go.
House too.
Yeah.
Love a good lot.
Yeah.
Love showcasing a good backyard.
Oh, for sure.
I do a lot of lawn, right? So a lot of cool landscaping to showcase and stuff. But lately, like I had a really cool loft listing, and just the drone work you can do with like high level lofts over the water.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Pretty awesome too. So it really depends.
Yeah, I feel you.
Favorite part in the city?
Ooh, favorite part in the city?
For
anything.
Just
what's your favorite part and why?
You go first.
All right, I would say Queen West.
Okay.
It's something that, because it's literally outside my window.
Yeah.
So I'm like a creature of habit. I like my routine. But yeah, definitely Queen West. If we're talking houses, like Hogs Hollow is like an insane area. Rosedale is obviously great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even Cabbagetown has some awesome houses. But Queen West, if I'm hanging out, walking my dog, Queen West.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The psycho dog.
Yeah, psycho dog. She likes her walks.
It's a pug. If anyone wants to look
She's
up
not
what a pug
she's a
looks
Brussels
like,
Griffin. Anyways, she'll get offended. She will be watching this.
Is she watching this?
She'll be watching this.
What's her
Brooklyn.
name?
Sorry,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Sorry about that. If we insulted you.
I'm obsessed with Ossington. I just think it's the coolest street.
It is.
And it kind of is in between some pretty awesome neighborhoods. So just that strip alone, like my friends and I have had some pretty good times. Just kind of starting at the bottom, working our way up. And
like
then
Drake started at the bottom.
Man, Drake reference. I think he created a song.
He did.
Something like that. Was like a song.
It didn't take long for a Drake reference.
He sang in it. Or rapped, something like that.
Rapped, a little bit.
I think he raps.
He scrapped.
He scrapped, yeah. There you go. So now that we're on the topic of this Toronto market, let's go into kind of market predictions. I like to ask different opinions and get different opinions. I should be an expert on where the market's headed by now because of all the opinions I've listened to.
We're all experts.
But where do you guys see, let's say in the next year, this market going?
I think prices are going to continue to climb. There's going to be a lot of people who regretted moving out of the city. They're going to be like, I don't want to swear, but they're oh shit, that they moved out. They want to come back because there's going to be, I feel, some companies that they're just going to say, you're not working from home anymore.
Yes.
We have the office space. We need you to come in. So I don't care if it's a 3-hour commute. I think there's going to be some people who regret their decision. So supply's going to get eaten up. And I also guess it depends who wins this election too.
You think that'll play a big factor?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. If they ban the foreign invest in and
what the Liberals are proposing, or
open bidding.
Yeah,
or blind bidding. Sorry, they want to make it more of an auction style, like Australia. But apparently prices rose in Australia when they did that too.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is...
Well, I mean, the emotion is still there. If you're there at the property and you love it, you're still going to pay a dump price.
Yeah, for sure. But there are a lot of agents who will, keep pushing. Like we were in a situation where, we were in multiple offers. We're on the buying side, and the agent kept us there for an hour and a half saying, oh, you're so close, you're so close, you're so close. I called the you see what it's going to sell for the next day. You see how far apart you are. When you're $150,000 apart, that's not so close. Yeah. So hopefully that, gets nipped in the butt.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but then on the other hand, when we're listing properties, we get what we get for our clients for a reason. You know what I mean? So it is a double-edged sword, but I think that could potentially really affect the market too.
Yeah. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
So I think a lot is riding on that.
Yeah.
I just think the fundamentals are there. It's always going to be the same thing, supply and demand.
It's all supply and demand.
We have such a, every podcast talks about this.
Yeah.
We just have such a problem with supply, and they can't keep up. And with the amount of immigration that's coming in the next couple of years, like 400,000 or whatever for the next 4 years, every year.
1.2 million.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just think that alone tells you everything you need to know, right?
Agreed, man.
Yeah. I think it could also fall on the developers, because there are a lot of buildings that we won't even send our clients to, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're only focusing on specific buildings, we kind of consider ourselves real estate snobs. Mm-hmm. And we want our clients to get into situations that when they go to sell in 5 years, it's going to be a desirable place.
Yes.
So there's, I don't want to give too many of our secrets. Like, we don't put clients on automated listings. We hand select every listing we send to our buyers.
Yeah.
So they're not getting all the crap that's out there. They're just getting stuff that we believe in. And if you're not believing in the product that you're selling, then, why sell it? So I feel like a lot of developers kind of miss the mark on some units, and some of the layouts are horrible. And
I agree.
When you're building these high rises and there aren't any 3-bedroom units for families, it puts people into quite the predicament. So, the supply is just not there. It's this is going to keep happening regardless of the situation.
Even with all these condos being built, do you see the condo market staying strong?
I do. I strongly believe in older condos. I don't think someone can comfortably live in 350 square feet.
Yeah,
I don't.
These bachelors.
You know what
agreed.
I mean?
Yeah.
And even 1-bedrooms that are 405, 425, that's small.
Yeah.
That is small. Like, I don't even book hotels that are that small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's
a weird flex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's no big deal. But like that, I think that's an issue. They're more concerned about getting as many units as they can, when I think they really need to focus on livability and enjoying your life while being in these boxes.
Yeah.
So
they're very cookie cutter lately.
They are, and it's horrible. Like, I'm not a big fan of it, so that's why we don't send our clients that kind of stuff. Like, we really focus on the older, bigger buildings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Agreed. More square footage.
Exactly.
If you had to pick maybe one pocket of Toronto that you're bullish on moving forward, let's talk condos. What would that be?
That's a good question. I think the Junction is starting to really kind of blow up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Everybody talks about the Junction, but when you said condos, like the Junction House, that's a sick development that's happening.
It's a big one too. Yeah,
it's a big. Well, yeah, it's like a mid or low rise, but that's the kind of stuff that the Junction's going to get, I think, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there. And down east by the water, so much development happening down there, man.
Yeah, I'm huge on that area.
Q&A. Q&A. We sold a couple of units in there.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, like I agree. Like the Junction, I still think Queen West is going to be super desirable to people. Mm-hmm. I would love to see them build up Yonge and Dundas Square.
Yep.
and get it kind of out of that touristy zone.
Yep.
You know, you can only build up, you can't really build out anymore.
No.
So yeah, in Queen, King West, there's still some really cool developments that are happening.
Yeah.
Which I think, you know, are going to be great.
And compared to global markets, I mean, we're still pretty small.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So I always look at that too as like a positive outlook, because you're going to hear this, whether it's this year, next year, and the year after that, when's the market going to crash? It's going to crash. It's too expensive. There's no way it can sustain itself. And then increases again.
Oh, for sure. And there was a window like last year that people were picking up, like we were selling stuff or picking up stuff for well under asking, and it's rebounded fairly quickly. Like we had a client pick up a unit on Market Street for, I think probably like 75K under asking. Wow. And now identical units are selling for well above what they bought for, which is great. And those opportunities, because people, I don't want to say got greedy, but they thought it was just going to keep tanking.
They did.
But we rebounded hard, so especially the rental market too. Apparently the rental market's on fire right now.
Dumb. Yeah. Bidding wars like they're not lasting.
No.
You got to be in there day zero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're competing against multiple people.
People are doing like full year up front.
Yeah, man.
Like sight unseen.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
We have one of my, because I have a leasing agent too, and he's like one of our clients. He's just, as soon as something pops up, offer.
Yeah.
Offer.
Yeah.
Not even going to see it.
Yeah.
That's how nuts it is.
It was crazy because it was like that for purchases a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And like literally buying stuff sight unseen, which is pretty scary.
It is.
Pretty freaking scary.
When you're spending, it's on average at least $1 million right now. So.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So as we near the end, I do want to get into kind of some, if you guys have any big plans or what's next for your team, if you want to share.
I don't think we're bringing on any new members.
So no more hot sauce?
Oh no, yeah.
We might just do that.
We might just
maybe do like with a client here and there.
Yeah,
we've actually. If you want to come on and we'll do it.
Yeah, I like hot things.
We meet like realtors and they challenge it. Like they're just like, oh, you love hot sauce. I was like, no, like I hate it.
Yeah, it's the
worst. Yeah, like it's kind of like. Yeah, it's kind of funny that way.
We kind of just do it to show like solidarity with the team. Like we all hate it. Like I'm sweating at the top of my head and I can't even see, but it's you know, it's you do it with them and it's like it's kind of like a rite of passage. But like
and people love it. People eat it
up. It's hilarious.
I think we're gonna bring out some more content. Really focus hard on video. Like we're talking about bringing someone in house to just be with us all the time. So whether it's like 2 day in the life vlogs a week, plus like doing reels. Really hone in on. Not like creating like a reality show, but just really showing more of our lives. Like we have a lot of unique characters on our team, so it's kind of cool to showcase everyone. Like it's always a fun time in our office for sure. So really focusing on, I think, the video and bringing the vlog back, and just giving a peek into our personal lives a bit more.
I think it's very powerful.
Yeah, it really is.
Very powerful.
Really is. Yeah, for sure.
If you guys could sell real estate in another city, what city would that be?
Oh man. Wasn't ready for that one.
You're not going to be
There's
ready.
a lot of cities. I would probably say LA, somewhere in California.
Yeah.
Just because the weather, obviously. They've got great architecture. It's every house is unique. Developers build houses. They don't just do buildings, which is kind of cool. I would say probably somewhere.
I think you guys would fit the vibe right away.
Yeah, we've got the brokerage.
Yeah,
so,
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking West Coast. My initial thought, I just came back from Vancouver, like yourself. Yeah, we talked about that. So, dude,
how nice is it there?
Vancouver would be great. Yeah.
Did you go to West Vancouver?
Stay in Canada.
You go to West Vancouver? On the
hills? West Van, North Van. I was in Victoria with Jason Benab, owner of Agency Victoria.
Nice.
He was an amazing host. Stayed at his lake house for a couple days. Yeah. It was awesome. So he just showed me the life there. And I'm like, it's pretty good. Yeah. It's not bad.
I think it's a little slow for you though.
Yeah, like down the road we'll get there.
it's a little slow living.
Not a lot of nightlife out
awesome.
There. It is slow, eh?
Yeah. It's a different vibe than Toronto for sure.
Completely. Yeah. So chill.
The air quality. Well, I guess you didn't have the best air quality because of the smoke, but generally the air quality there is phenomenal.
Well, I was in the mountain and it was just I was breathing. It was really nice.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet out there.
Yeah, it's a good change up. All right, so where could we find you on the socials?
Well, I imagine you'll put a link in the description below.
We don't do that.
No,
I actually
we
noticed
make you work.
Do you not do that? Okay.
We make you work.
Oh man.
No, it'll be there.
Parkhill Greenberg group, all one word on Instagram, and then you can find us on there and everybody on our team as well. Everyone's tagged in everything. So Parkhill Greenberg group.
Individually?
Yeah. I'm Scott Parkhill.
Okay.
And it's Paul J. Greenberg on across the board: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think TikTok. I'm not even sure.
Is your OnlyFans still up, or is that?
No.
You took it down?
Yeah, I took it down.
It's too bad.
Are you sure?
It was good.
I heard they're back, but
because you probably get some good clients here.
I know. So yeah.
Are you sure?
We'll check the legs. We'll see what happens.
Okay. We might post his OnlyFans. We'll see. But yeah, everybody, thank you for tuning in as always.
Thanks for having us.
You guys have been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
much.
much.
And I look forward to a future relationship with you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Whenever you're in the hood, just pop on in.
Definitely look out for them. Parkhill Greenberg Group with the agency slowly taking over. We'll post all their links at the bottom. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, tell your grandparents.
Boom.
Have a good one.